Hello, Vector people. This is a message mostly for people who will be attending our company trip in March of 2020, just not too many weeks from now, to Paris, France. My name is Brad Britton, by the way, in case you did not know, and I am the person that is mostly helping to shore up the excursions for the CUTCO Cares projects. And that's what this is about. I just wanted people to know what's going on with the CUTCO Cares. First of all, CUTCO Cares is a completely optional thing. That people choose to participate, that's great. If not, you know, it's not no big deal. A lot of people go on a vacation and they want to just relax and see the sights and all those things, and that's totally great and fine. If someone wants a little bit different kind of an experience where you kind of see different things than most tourists might see, then CUTCO Cares can be a lot of fun, and also can be meaningful and help with some perspective. So on the Wednesday and Thursday mornings of the Paris trip, I believe that's going to be the 4th and the 5th, if I'm not mistaken, we're going to have a presentation and a kind of almost like a little workshop where there's going to be a refugee from, I don't know whether it'll be from Gambia or Sudan or one of these countries. And these people, a lot of them, you know, they might have been PhDs in their previous country, or maybe they worked for the government, or, you know, they were, you know, people that had some status a lot of times. And because of some kind of political change or regime change of some sort, they felt the need to flee, to leave. And they had to go through many countries, et cetera. And in order to get to Paris, it's kind of a journey. That's what this excursion really, it's called, this workshop is called The Journey to Paris. And we're going to hear kind of a story from someone who's been through all that, just to kind of help put some of that in perspective, because we don't really have an understanding of what's going on with a lot of these things. After that, we will have the opportunity to put together some lunches. This organization we're partnered with called Serve the City. Serve the City has organizations similar to this in many countries throughout the world, even in the United States. This is servethecity.paris. And they will have provided some food making some things, and we'll prepare. I'm not sure if we'll actually make sandwiches or just put things in bags or boxes. Exactly, I'm not even sure what's going to happen specifically with that, but we'll put together some lunches. And for those who want to, they can go to one of the homeless areas, the refugee areas, and there's not go to those at all. There's the next level would be just to go and kind of watch the food distribution from 100 yards away or whatever. It's hard to explain what it looks like, but the one that we went to before, it's kind of like underneath a bridge, right? There were these tents and people who were from these other countries that were just kind of stuck trying to get their papers, and they're trying to get different things in order to be able to get jobs, good jobs there in Paris or various things. So anyway, and the highest level would be to actually physically go into the little areas and distribute these lunches. Okay, it's my experience with this. Paulette and I went, totally safe. I was very hesitant at first. I wasn't sure, you know, what to think about it, but it was way different than what I expected it to be. So anyway, that's a thing that people can do, and that same workshop slash preparing lunches, et cetera, that's going to be done on Wednesday morning and on Thursday morning. It's basically going to be the same thing. I'm not sure if the same person will present or not, but I wouldn't recommend, if you want to do it, I wouldn't recommend doing it twice, right? My wife and I are probably the only ones that'll do it both times. Thursday night, there's a really unique opportunity. Serve the City Paris has a weekly training type of thing they do with some of these most of these refugees speak English. A lot of there's a lot everywhere we went, people spoke English there. We didn't have any trouble communicating. And they want to work on their English. They want to improve it and everything. So they've got this program where these refugees will come, and they'll have I think 20 volunteers is the maximum they can take. And they have like a 10-minute, like it's almost like a scripted conversation that the volunteers will go through with the refugee, and then for 10 minutes they do that, and then they switch, and then there's a new script and a new volunteer, and it's almost like speed dating, or something. But the opportunity will be to meet 3 to 6 of these refugees face-to-face, one-on-one for 10 minutes. And then this organization actually provides dinner for everybody, the volunteers and the refugees, and will be, should be very enlightening, and I think a very great time. But it's limited to 20 people. Okay. And when I say that, that doesn't mean, well, it's only 20 people, so I probably won't register for it. That's like the beautiful girl that doesn't get invited to prom because everybody thinks that she's already got a date, right? If you have any interest in this at all, or if you can't do the morning ones because you have tours you want to do, register for this. Okay, and if we fill up, we'll fill up, and there'll be some alternates or on a waiting list or something. But that should be a lot of fun. And it's from like 6 o'clock to 9:30 or something like that on that Thursday evening. In all the cases, we'll just meet at the hotel. We'll for the Wednesday and Thursday morning thing, that the presentation, the first part takes place at the hotel, and you could never even leave the hotel, and if you don't want to go to see the refugees where they are. On the Thursday one, we'll meet at the hotel. We'll take the metro over to the Serve the City organization. It's actually they're in an old really beautiful church type building. It's like an old cathedral almost. It's really cool where they meet. That's what I wanted to say on those things. The last thing I want to say is, if you are not planning to attend any of the events, that's totally okay. There is an opportunity just to donate, right? If you look on the registration form, even people who don't go physically to these things can donate. I think there's 3 levels: $25, $45, or $65. If you wanted to donate more, you certainly could. This money, 100% of it goes to serve the city. It goes to cover the supplies and the food and everything that we'll be doing for the lunches and all that. But anything extra on top of that, which I think we're going to guarantee them like a minimum donation as a company, will go toward. They've got some facilities they're going to be building over the course of the next 18 months for some of these refugees and for other areas of need in the city. So I encourage you to donate if you can, and if you want to donate more than what that amount is, I'm sure that we can accommodate that too. And they'll just charge it right through the commission account, so you don't have to bring your own, write a check. So that's pretty great too. All right, that is all that I have. Hopefully that's information that's helpful, and I hope to see many of you, most of you, in Paris at some point, and some of you joining us for some of the excursions would be awesome. Okay. In any case, we're gonna have a great time in Paris. The food is great. The sights are great. It's just a really lovely and amazing city, place that everyone should visit at some point in their life, I believe, because it is a very great cultural experience. And to do it with Vector people is even better. All right, so look forward to seeing all of you. Take care and be awesome. See ya.